This video will show you how to search for different kinds of articles in the library search box, the main search box on the library's website. The library search box searches many of the library's databases at once. However, remember that you can also search the databases individually. You'll usually get different search results when you search the library search box and the individual databases because each database interprets your search terms a little differently and has a different collection. Additionally, each database has different search options, such as different filters or subject headings that help you to better search its unique collections. So when searching for articles, it's best to search both the library search box and also subject-specific databases. To access the databases for your subject, check the A to Z database list and use the subject drop-down menu to select the databases recommended for your discipline. You can also visit the library subject guides to see if there's a subject guide for your topic and what library databases have been recommended. When looking for articles in the library search box, you can enter your search terms. We could try a simple search of Native Americans, Pacific Northwest ecology. Alternatively, we could try a more advanced search such as Native Americans in quotation marks or American Indians in quotation marks and Oregon or Washington or Pacific Northwest and ecology. Once you see the search results on your topic, you can narrow them down to the type of article you're looking for. So if you're looking for articles from peer-reviewed journals, that is academic journal articles that have been reviewed by experts in a given field before being published, you can click peer-reviewed journals and apply filters. You can also select to only find articles within a certain publication date range. For example, we could enter, for example, 2010 to 22. And so now we're seeing articles published within those date ranges. So let's look at our journal articles to see if we find one we like. And I'm just going to try I'm going to go back to our simple search terms just this time. So I'm just looking at the titles to see which ones might be relevant. And so once we find one that's relevant, we'll just click on the title to learn more. So this one is 3,500 Years of Shellfish Mariculture on the Northwest Coast of North America. We can see that it's a peer-reviewed article published in volume 14, issue 2 of the PLOS One journal in 2019. If we scroll down the page, we can see that we can read the abstract or the summary of the article to learn more about it and see if it's on our topic. And we can also get the citation for the article here. So remember that the citation you get from the database might not be 100% correct. And so you need to check it against the correct format and make any changes. And remember to always get the permalink to the article. So don't copy the URL in your web browser when you're getting the links to articles and databases because those links will break. So always look for the permalink. To look for the full text access options, so we see them here. If you didn't see anything, if there were no full text options, you could click request alternative access or request it through interlibrary loan to get the article here. By the way, you can go to borrow and my library accounts and Iliad, your Iliad account to log in with your PUNet ID and password to check on the status of items you've requested through interlibrary loan. So let's click one of the full text access options. If you wanted to learn more about the journal itself, you could click on the journal's title here. And you can see whether it's a peer-reviewed journal. So it says peer-reviewed, yes. And here's a description of the journal. So this will give you a basic understanding of the source the article you're planning to read is from. Now, look for options to download the article to your computer. So for example, here, or save the permanent link to the source. So you can always get back to the article quickly. When reading the article, you would want to read through the abstract to get an idea of its topic. And then we would want to read through the headings of, um, of or the different sections of the article to see better how it's organized. So we can see that this article is reporting an original research study because it has the following headings. We have introduction, methods, results, and we also have discussion, and then finally the references at the bottom. When starting to read this article, I would recommend reading the introduction and the discussion and conclusion first, because the introduction and the literature review section at the beginning will give you a good understanding of what the article is about, why the topic's important, and where the research and this article fits in with existing research on the topic. The discussion and the conclusion sections are where the meaning and the implications of the results of this research will be explained. So after you have a good understanding of those parts, you could read the methods and results if you wanted to learn more about how they did the study and the specific data they found. But you should have a good understanding of it if you read those sections. I mean, the introduction and the discussion and conclusion. Now, let's look for a news article. So first we'll remove the peer-reviewed journals filter, and then we'll select newspaper articles under resource type. So these are examples of news articles. So let's find one that looks interesting. So let's look at this one. Human ecology, new human ecology data have been reported by researchers at University of Colorado. It was published in 2015 in a source called Ecology, Environment, and Conservation, Atlanta, Georgia. So let's look at the full text, and we can see how different it is compared to the peer-reviewed research study we just read. It's essentially a news source stating that this research was published and providing a reference to that study if people would want to read it in full. So here's the research study it's referring to here. Columbia Basin Heritage Fish Consumption Rates, published in the Journal of Human Ecology in 2015. Now we could go find it ourselves. So we can paste the title of the article we're looking for into the search box. And here it is. And so we have found it, and we can actually read the full text of it ourselves. So remember to check to see if there's a subject guide for your discipline, to see what databases are recommended to for your subject, and to contact a librarian to help you find sources for your research or with any questions that you have along the way. We are here for you.